Well, by my clock, it's 12 o'clock, or at least a minute after. So in form of Julie's thing, we'll start a minute late. So put that on the record there, Bob, so that's all right. So we'll find her a bit there since we started late. So I don't have the bell, but I got this bell. So and then I need somebody to lead us in the flag salute. Oh, and Keith's got our flag there. So somebody volunteer, or do I pick somebody? Any quick volunteers there to lead us in flag salute or song?
I'll lead it.
Amy, all right, great.
Right.
Take it away.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the
republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with
liberty
and justice for
all. Well, that's about as good as it gets right there. Well, again, we would like to welcome incoming District Governor Cindy. And you know, at this time, do you want to just say welcome to the group, or do you want to anything you would like to talk to us about?
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. I'm looking forward to the virtual club training assembly on the 28th, 29th and 30th of May. A lot of people have been thinking, oh my gosh, that's 3 days of training. Well, actually, it's 3 days of sessions that are spread out. So you don't have to sit in a chair for too long if you want to attend a lot of sessions. Thursday night, on the 28th, I'm giving an open forum presentation for 30 minutes. I've invited President-elect Holger Knacht from Germany to send us a message, and we shall see if he accepts. But I will just give an opening 30-minute presentation to the district about the year ahead. The year ahead has a lot of changes. I encourage you to attend Club Training Assembly. It's virtual. You don't have to travel. It's free. And you can choose whatever session you'd like to attend. You can register, and if you can't attend on the time that the session actually goes live, if you register, you get a link to listen to it at your convenience. So I just wanted to clarify that it's not a 3-day long boring deal. It's a very convenient way to get up to speed on some of the new things going on in the district and some of the skills that you may need to have, for instance, if you're an incoming treasurer. I wanted to field any questions that you may have now or later. It's up to your president. He's running the meeting.
Well, Vice President, actually. So I myself did get signed up, and I did see at first looked quite daunting, you know, 3 days of what would be normally a vacation weekend or a respite. But I did sign up for, you know, some of those visioning and grant and membership and those different things. So I'm excited. I think that's going to be great and helpful for my next year when I be president-elect. So I'm very excited. And, you know, I'm trying to encourage other folks. I talked a little bit about it before with some other people, and I think it will be great. I missed the, we were going to have the one in Bend, and I know because of COVID, that was shut down. So I was really interested in you know, looking to get some of the training there. So can't wait for it. Very excited.
One of the new courses is virtual fundraising. And I know that's a concern for a lot of clubs, that traditional fundraising events are usually in person. And so we're going to have somebody from outside Rotary talk to us about how to fundraise virtually, online, telethons, that sort of thing. So that should be interesting. I'm going to take that one.
Excellent. Has anybody else gotten signed in on that? Anybody else looked at that or considered that? As far as the weekend or the training? Looks like we need to do some more work there, Cindy.
All right.
Okay. Well, a couple of things I wanted to touch on, and again, leading this is a pleasure, but I think a couple of things are of interest today. You know, I like history, I like trivia. I don't know much about it, but I like, you know, reading it and knowing about it. But a couple notable things today was Amelia Earhart flew over the Atlantic was today in history. Previous to that, Charles Lindbergh had done it on the same day, which was about 5 years earlier. I thought that was kind of interesting. And one thing I know Keith might be interested, but Keith, can you think of anything notable that maybe in your world that happened today? Birth of Red Cross. I'll give it to you. Red Cross started today.
Okay, great. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention today. I'm sorry. Great.
That's all right.
Good.
That's right. I was kind of prepping for this. How about any birthdays? And you know, Bob can take this, but I've got one I think was kind of fun. But any birthdays today that anybody, any famous, any notable people that you can think of that were born today? How about Mr. T? Y'all remember Mr. T and the A-Team? Today's his birthday. So happy birthday, Mr. T. I thought that was kind of fun.
Richard, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What was the name of the plane that Lindbergh flew?
Oh, that's Spirit of St. Louis.
Yeah! You get $5 from me.
I went and seen it over at McMinnville. They got it sitting right there with the spruce goose and the other. That's wonderful. That's great.
I read about it last night.
How about
Too much of a coincidence to not bring it up today.
Right. No, exactly. Any attorneys on the phone might be interested. It's a television attorney, but Perry Mason's birthday today, or now
Raymond Burr.
Yeah, Raymond Burr. Thank you. So his birthday. I think there was one other thing here. Oh, today so as far as attorneys, today was the Twinkie case. So the Twinkie defense. So I think that was kind of morbid, but kind of interesting. And then lastly, on my Johnny Carson's last show happened on this day in history. So kind of interesting. But enough of that senseless trivia, but I do like it. I do enjoy it and look forward to my presidency and probably do that a little bit more or more frequently. So, you know, I know different tap houses, like for instance, we've got one in town that does that, a virtual thing. So Friday, shout out to them, Wolf Tree. They're going to be doing that. But so if you guys have interest, tune into that. There's a big thing this weekend. So with that, let's turn it over to Bob and let him have his time there for us. If Bob's
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Keith. Yeah. Where are you, Keith?
I'm right in the middle of Sparks. Somehow it's very.
He's right where your son is.
Palm Springs?
That's what it looks like there,
Yeah.
except there's no ocean in Palm Springs.
I'm not seeing a notion where Keith is.
It's Spark and the mosquito ring behind me. And Sparks, you're looking at 9,600 feet elevation. And
Oh, wow.
stuff.
Uh-huh.
Used
Well, good for you.
to live there for a decade
Sonetta.
or so.
Yes, Bob.
Why do you look so sarcastic?
I'm just waiting for the other shoe.
Say, Sonetta, what did the grape say after the elephant stepped on it?
I don't know, Bob.
Didn't say anything. There was just a little whine.
Aww.
Hey, he's back. Hey, now you can't tell me that wasn't funny. Okay, so that kind of sets the mode now. Some people must have happy dollars. I can get Ursula while she drinks. Ursula, what are you drinking? Have you got any happy dollars?
I'm drinking water. I'm happy to be safe and alive and still fully employed during this very strange time. So I'll give $10 for that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Sylvia, you look happy.
I am happy. May 1st was my 2nd year anniversary of Rotary, so I'll give $5 for that.
Well, no, actually, we're going to give you $1 for it.
Eh,
All right, we'll take the 5. We'll take the 5 now. That's fine. John, you look like you just hit a hole in one.
Yeah, it's great. Oh, yeah.
What are you happy about today?
Which John are you referring to?
John Clark.
Let's see. What am I happy about? I played golf this morning.
Oh, you did get to.
Yep. Finished just in the nick of time because it
Oh, good.
started pouring right when we went to the car.
Oh, my. It looks like Jeff Ouderkirk's happy. He's munching over a sandwich. Jeff, have you got a dollar and tell us a happy story?
Oh, I'll tell you what. I am planning on going for a little drive. I'm going to go to Bend in June.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to go over there and I'm going to see my son Austin and his wife Delaney and my grandson Major. And
Wow.
exciting news is that Delaney is pregnant, and there's going to be another little Ouderkirk grandchild running around who they're going to call Cruz. And I think that's kind of happy stuff.
Oh, that's really happy.
Yeah, I'm $25 happy about that.
Oh, well, I don't blame you for that. Yeah, well, I'm happy for you. Anybody else? Mr. Strangler, you look happy today.
Well, I'll have to say that I am happy because in talking to several of my acquaintances around that are, you know, not able to work or have those kinds of issues going, I don't have a job to lose, so everything's good with me.
Well, that's good.
So
Yeah.
that'd be worth $5.
Oh, good. I hope somebody's keeping track. Oh, Mark, you're keeping track of this, aren't you? Ah, perfect. Anybody else?
I got one, Bob.
Okay.
So actually what it is, and I'll do a challenge out here to everybody if they want to follow me. But what essentially I'm doing, you know, obviously with the COVID and opening and what, you know, our stores and people are trying to do to be safe is a lot of them are asking us to use masks, you know, or protective equipment. So if anybody has within reach of their hands right now, a COVID mask, no getting up, Matt, no. I will pay $1 for everybody that can produce one if it's within arm's reach.
That's in arm's reach.
So have somebody tally up there, Matt, guys. So how many do you got there? And charge me $1 for each of those. And does anybody want to jump in on this and match me?
Okay.
Okay, the second challenge, I'll do this. Another $1 if you can produce a pair of gloves, again, in arm's reach. Try to be, so put me $1 for each mask that was brought or put on, and then another $1 for each member for a pair of gloves for each of those folks. So if Mark can make a tally of that, let me know what I'm at and we'll go on. So that's my happy bucks there.
I think
You're
I
muted.
got happy bucks.
You're muted,
Bob.
Bob.
What's unmuted?
We missed some of what you said.
I said I saw 5 masks, but no gloves.
Okay.
Mark, does
I
that
got
sound all right?
one. I got a happy buck.
I've
Okay.
got gloves.
There's
When
$1.
Jeff mentioned going to Bend, remind me, I talked to my cases yesterday, and I told them there would be no vacations in 2020. So now I'm dealing with some emotional baggage.
Ooh.
I suppose I'd write it out.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Kathy, hello. We're just going over happy dollars, and we've decided you owe a happy $1, but we want to know why.
I owe a happy $1 because through this COVID virus, my husband is going to live to see another birthday. He's got a birthday on Saturday. So I'm really happy that I've managed to be at home with him for 6 weeks and haven't killed him.
Wow.
Well, yeah, we're happy about that too, Kathy. But
Okay.
let you pay the $1.
Yeah, that's worth a buck. He's a lucky guy.
Yeah. And Guy, you look happy today.
Well, you know how hard it is to get cleaning supplies and all that kind of stuff during this epidemic, you know? I'm $5 happy because I found something that's really going to keep things hygienically clean. Let me show you.
Okay. I'm not even going to ask. Not even going to ask. That's horrible. Yeah. Anybody else? Anybody else?
I have happy bucks.
Okay.
I'd like to do $10 because our daughter Piper just found out she was elected as the VP of the sophomore class. So she's going to be in 10th grade, $10. And then we also have the student body president at Newport High School. So we're, you know, look, Thompsons are taking over the world.
Well, I thought they already had the world with the garbage business, but yeah, okay. So you were $10 happy.
And it's a better world for it, too.
Absolutely. I agree.
Bob,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Marcia.
how about $19 happy because tomorrow's my wedding anniversary?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Hey, that
Feels like a while.
yeah, $19. Wow. Well, congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to turn this back over to Richard then.
All right, thanks, Bob. That was a good round. And again, last call, anybody wants to match my happy bucks on the masks or the gloves, that just let Mark know. And at this time, I'll turn it over to Raina. I don't see her, but I'm sure she's on here somewhere, and then she can introduce the students of the month.
Thank you. I'm first going to introduce Colby Spinks, our live speaker today. So Colby is the son of Dana and Marcus Spink of Newport. He has a 3.8 GPA, is an avid student. So he's graduating with one of our first avid classes. He's very involved in cross country and track and plans to continue running at Lane this fall. Please welcome Colby Spink.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Colby Spink. Thank you for having me present to you today. I'm honored to be a Rotary Student of the Month of May. I'd like to tell you a little about me and what I'm passionate about in school. School isn't easy for me. As a young student, I qualified for an individualized education plan because communication can be difficult for me. Sometimes I jumble up what is said to me, and sometimes I jumble up what is said to others. This difficulty could have sent me on a path of lower esteem and lower achievement, but it didn't. In elementary school and middle school, I had talented and caring teachers that went above and beyond to make sure I felt successful. As I approached my high school years, I became nervous thinking about how much more harder my classes would become. This is where my avid class and Mrs. Weiss, our avid teacher, for the past 4 years changed me as a student. AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. This is exactly what this program has allowed me to do. AVID has taught me that with determination and the right tools, I can be successful in the goals that I set for myself. AVID gave me a core group of students and teachers that I could feel comfortable with being myself. We have a sense of being in this together, and we help each other out. We learn strategies and tools for making sense of what we are learning. I have learned that staying organized is a foundation of being an effective learner. I've learned that if I can keep my expectations high for myself, then I can certainly do better than if I don't. I have learned how to advocate for my learning by collaborating with others and asking questions. The tutorial request form is an AVID tool that has helped me focus on the questions I need to ask for my teachers. All of this has helped me earn a high GPA and feel great about my ability to learn. The skills that AVID has helped me learn have benefited other parts of my life as well. Because I know that hard work with the right tools and focus can lead to success, I have learned to put my all in almost everything I do. This has really shown up in my running and swimming, helping me become a state participant in both sports. It has also shown up in my family and friends relationships. The more I give, the more I am receiving back. This fall, I will be attending Lane Community College and begin my studies to become a health and PE teacher. I will be running for the Titans cross country and track teams. I have already started preseason training for cross country, and I'm excited what I can do at the next level. My dream is to become a PE teacher and coach cross country and track. I would love to teach in a community just like Newport, one that is full of hardworking, talented, and giving people. My success comes from hard work and dedication of many teachers, administrators, coaches, and supporters I've had over the years. I'd like to thank Mrs. Weiss for all the extra hours she has spent with me to help me become who I am as a learner. I also want to thank my speech teacher, Mrs. Lair, for helping me to organize my thoughts and communicate more clearly. I'd like to thank Mr. Hanna and Mrs. Murphy for all their extra support. I'd also like to thank Mr. Campbell for giving me courage and helping me live up to the nickname he gave me, Colby the Lionhearted. That nickname lives within me and drives me to always do my best. Thank you for allowing me to speak to you today. I appreciate all that the Rotary does for our community. Thank you.
Very good.
Congratulations, Colby. Excuse me. Our next student is Ari Gomez. She's the daughter of Jenny Gomez of Newport. She has a 3.88 GPA, is also an avid student, is also involved in track and field, and will be attending OSU and Lynn Benton Community College in the fall. Please welcome Ari on video.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ariana Gomez. I was born and raised in our beautiful coastal city of Newport. I am a current senior at Newport High School, and I'm proud to represent my Cubs as their May Rotary Student of the Month. I have enjoyed participating in sporting events. One that I'm super passionate about is track and field. I was grateful to have gone an all-state honorable mention for triple jump last year. I didn't start participating in track and field until 8th grade. It was a sport that caught my attention within the first practice and still has my attention. I have also participated in other sports such as volleyball, basketball, and soccer. All were fun sports, but just didn't enjoy them as much as I enjoyed track and field. In track and field, I usually run the 200-meter race and in the 4x4 meter relay. My freshman year, I went to state for the 4x400 meter relay and ended up getting 5th place at state. I didn't try other events till the end of my sophomore year. I decided I would try jumping, so I did long and triple jump. Triple jump being my favorite, and it still is. Just last year, I was a district champion in triple jump and earned a spot at the state championship and got 7th place at state. Coach Hargett is someone I can thank for showing me the strength that I have in the sport and that I didn't realize I had. He was such a wonderful coach, and I can't thank him enough for telling me to keep going after I convinced myself that I should just give up. I was extremely excited for my senior season of track and field, but due to this pandemic, it got canceled. That being said, that was the last time I'll do it in high school, and the chapter has come to an end. After receiving many offers from many coaches all around the state, I have decided that I'll be staying local. Other interests of mine include going hiking, going out with friends, and spending time with my family. I feel so blessed to be in a supportive community that has been not only supportive to me, but to my fellow senior classmates during this pandemic. I will forever be appreciative of the little things this community has taught me and will continue to remember this beautiful community in the future. I have the ability of being able to speak 2 languages, Spanish and English. Spanish is my first language. Since I was raised by a single parent that knew no English, I was struggling to learn. It was hard learning English since my mom didn't know much of it, but lucky for me, I had an older sister that knew English, and she started teaching me. I'd like to say that I learned pretty quickly, and I felt ready to start school, and I had the fear of people not being able to understand me. I can recall when I started school, I had plenty of friends that were also bilingual like me, so I didn't feel alone. Being bilingual is something that I'm proud of, and even more proud of the fact that I could help my fellow classmates that don't understand it, and even more proud of the fact that I can help my family. With my senior year coming to an end, I have decided I will be dual enrolling with Lynn Benton Community College and Oregon State University, and will be majoring in animal sciences since it's something I've always been so passionate about. I've always been around animals, and I find it so interesting to know so much about their behavioral and physical attributes. Finally, I'd like to give a special thanks to the person I owe my life to, my mom, Jenny. She raised 5 kids on her own and did a great job and is still doing a great job. She's my best friend, and she has told me to always give my best effort and give it all I have in school and in life in general. She wants the best for me and still continues to help me be the best me, even when I think I'm not doing a great job. Without her, I wouldn't have gotten to where I am today. Thank you.
Very nice.
Great job, guys. I got in form. I've got a couple more trivia bits, which I think are kind of interesting. So on this day in history, the U.S. House of Representatives passed an amendment allowing women to vote. Boy, what a breakthrough there. Another one for this, kind of for Guy Faust, but this day in history, in baseball history, Babe Ruth. Now, let me see if Guy knows the answer. How many consecutive homers did he hit on this day in history? Guy, do you know? Where did he go? There he is.
Consecutive homers?
Yes.
I would say 3.
3 is correct. Good guess. Good guess. Okay. Last.
No, it's not a guess.
You kind of led like it was. Does anybody remember the Newhart show? So today in history, this was the last episode of the Newhart. Another one shout out here to so All My Children star Susan Lucci finally won a Daytime Emmy after being nominated 19 times. Talk about persistence and sticking to it there. So good job for her. So, and then the very last trivia bit. Today was the last. Let's see here. Today in history in 2017 actually was the last show of the Barnum and Bailey Circus after 146 years. That's quite a record there. So again, sticking to it and persistent. So good job there. So that's about all I've got. And if there's anybody other notes or mention, and then I don't know if Julie's gotten on here yet. She had some announcements that I know that she wants to make. But John, do you see Julie in here yet or showing up?
No, she hasn't joined yet.
Okay. Well, I wonder if our district governor-elect Cindy, if she has any more announcements or anything else in light of our short meeting or what we've heard so far, if she has any comments.
Well, sure, I'll fill a little airtime. I wanted to announce that I am looking for an assistant governor to represent the North Coast. Crystal Farnsworth, as you know, is terming out this year. And on July 1, I would love to have someone replace her. The assistant governor position is really a coveted assignment in District 5110 because really your primary goal is to get to be good friends with the presidents of other clubs, encourage clubs to work together in service and fundraising and having a good time, and help clubs just navigate Rotary in general. It's a great position. And if anyone in this club is interested in talking about it with me, I would love to take some time to talk to you about it.
Excellent. Any other mention, announcements, or notable things? Bob, it looks like you had something there you're just smirking about.
Just looking at Jim Wendell, and he looks like he's interested in that position. I don't know for sure.
I can add a little anecdote to Bob Newhart. When my daughter was playing volleyball at Oregon State, we were down at UCLA, USC, and we were in a restaurant. And the girls' pregame meal, and prior to that, they watched the movie Elf. And sitting behind us, they all screamed out, "Papa Elf!" And there was Bob Newhart in the booth next to us. They lost their matches too, by the way.
Jeff Ouderkirk, when did you say the new grandbaby's coming?
It's supposed to be about June 11th. I'm going to head over there on the 5th. From what I hear, you know, Ben's got a lot of cowboys over there, so and not much COVID, so they're kind of living the life. I think Amy was over there recently, so she could probably give us a report, right?
It was nice weather for sure. Yeah, we didn't really come into contact with a lot of people, but we enjoyed the mountain biking trails.
How about from our president-elect? Any notes, any mentions, anything coming up there in your world?
Well, we got some videos put together for the high school scholarships and awards night, and that's coming up. That'll be kind of fun to watch online. And I thought of some happy bucks that I probably should have brought up too. Tanya and I got to eat at a real live restaurant last weekend on Sunday, and some pretty shady characters in there, Bob. But anyway, I think that's worth 5 happy bucks for sure. Nice to get slowly back to a little bit of reality, I think, or a little normalcy anyway. So.
It is good. It is good.
Richard, I have an announcement.
Yeah, go ahead, Ursula.
As the chair of the International Committee, some of you are familiar that we had a grant that was started by Claire Little back in, I think, 2014. It was finished up, but it's taken some doing to get the final report information into the main headquarters there. And finally, this week, we received word from our program director that our final report has been accepted and that grant is now closed out, so we can move on to something new. It's exciting to me, believe me.
That's quite a process. I know I've heard bits and pieces about it along the way, and it was a very successful project too, right? It created some wells, and then there was something about flooding or something there. I can't remember the location, something island or something, but yeah, I remember hearing the progress on that.
I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Kokwa Island, something like that. Yeah, there were lots of different parts to it. There were, goats. People were able to buy goats so that they could have a long-term source of income. They dug wells, they built fences, they did things on playgrounds, they built like what we would consider porta potties. There were lots and lots of moving parts, and so it just took a lot to sort of wrangle in all the information for the final report, but it's put to bed.
Excellent. And I know with our board meeting and some of the things that we've done over the last couple of months, and maybe Mark Miranda wants to add in, but I know we've done quite a bit of giving, in our community with the food bank and the different sources. Mark, do you want to maybe just mention to the group, if we hadn't heard that enough, I think it's worth another mention, but any notes on that?
Well, the only note that I can pass along is come June 1st, we're going to be giving another $1,000 to Food Share, because we had elected to give them $1,000 a month for 3 months. And then, of course, we got a thank you note from, hang on a second. Yeah, we got a thank you note from Food Share, and I'll just go ahead and read it. It says, "Dear Newport Rotary Club members, these are challenging times for us all, and we hope you're all in good spirits and health. Food Share is doing its part to help ensure the health, safety, and food security of our communities. We're focused on the needs of our partners, volunteers, and the people we serve. Your contribution will help support local businesses and small farmers as we pay it forward with weekly food purchases. We're incredibly thankful for the outreach from our community and for your generous contribution to support our efforts." And it's signed Nancy Mitchell, the Executive Director.
Wonderful. Great job.
Richard, can we just mention the whole list that we've done for the COVID-19?
Yeah, do you have that in front of you?
So we donated $2,000 to the Samaritan Pacific Communities Hospital Patient Support Fund. We paid for meals for one day on April 20th. We paid for all the meals at the hospital. That was about $1,400. Just like Mark mentioned, we donated $1,000 a month for May, June, and July to Lincoln County Food Share. We donated $500 to the Foster Parents Program. We donated $1,000 to the Salvation Army and then $1,000 to the Lala Center. So close to $7,000. And we're not done.
Great job, group. Great job. That was excellent. Excellent. Has Julie showed up yet? Is what I'm trying to say. She was saying that she thought she'd be in here in time, and I know she has a couple of announcements she wants to make sure and make.
She's not in yet.
Okay.
Hey, Richard, if I can take up a couple seconds while we're waiting for Julie. Just a reminder, I know I've done it every week, but I never know if maybe we've got some new people on this time, that Central Lincoln PUD is paying 1 month's electricity bill for those who have been unemployed and have gotten on unemployment insurance. And it's on our website, clpud.org. All you have to do is show proof of being on unemployment, and we'll pay your most, if you're behind, if somebody gets a little behind, we'll pay your oldest bill. Or if you're caught up but still are on unemployment, we're willing to just give you a credit of 1 month's bill, up to $200. So I just got an update. Yesterday on what's been allocated, and we still have money left. So get the word out to anybody who's on unemployment. It's always nice to get a month's electricity free.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Richard?
Yes.
Hi, I have another little announcement on the same vein.
You guys definitely go ahead.
CSC has acquired $500,000 in rent relief for Lincoln County renters who are behind on their rent. This is catch-up money. There's a few restrictions, of course, income level and if you've had other services, but they are taking applications on the website for the CSC Community Services Consortium for rent relief. So if you know anyone who's a little behind on their rent, this program just started on May 18th. So there's a lot of fund available right now for people who need to get caught up on their rent. Community Services Consortium.
Is there any other, or do you have a phone number that they've given you, or what's the best way to pursue that or to find out how to get that benefit?
Go online for Community Services Consortium, and then they have a link to the application process. I believe they're taking most of the applications online.
Okay, excellent. I got one or two more bits of trivia here. If anybody else has any announcements or anything else, I'll let that go first. Any other thoughts or any other? Okay, this day in history in 1990, actually, the Dow Jones hit 2,844 points. So boy, that time we thought the market was oversold, didn't we? Let's see here. I had one more thing I think was kind of interesting. Oh, maybe that was it. Maybe it was the last one I had there. Dustin, what are you building? What things are you designing lately? Let's ask you that.
We're working on houses. For some reason, I don't know why, the commercial work has kind of slowed down.
We can guess.
Yeah.
Are you going to get with these designs that you're creating? Are you going to be mentioned in any notable magazines or anything like that?
Well, I hope so, as long as we keep them away from Bob. Bob's no problem.
Well, as
long as Bob doesn't subscribe to them, we're okay.
Okay. And I know we had Catherine set up for coming up for capital campaign update from the Oregon Coast Council for the Arts, and with some of the shutdowns, they've got to postpone that. So we're looking for a program or a topic or subject to fill in that date. So as always, let me know, or John or Freddie or Julie, if you've got some interest to talk about that. There's a couple spots open, and then as well as we're going to start doing member assigned dates. So your program, you'll be you know, if you volunteer, you can lead the pack, and maybe might be a little bit more. I don't know. We're still asking for volunteers, I should say, and then we're going to start going to a member assigned program list, which is what it was, what it used to be, I guess, right, Bob? Is the members always did do that? Yeah. So that will be kind of the new thing, and I think Freddie's presidency and mine, I think that we'll probably carry that torch for a few years. So we'll get into the groove of things, and that should, it could go like that for quite a while. And I could see, our own businesses being promoted, or, if you have a nonprofit or, whatever, but, that's I think that's part of what we've missed a little bit here, for over the last year or two or three, more about who's the movers and shakers, things like that in our town. So, and then I know Raina had done student of the quarter, and I don't know where we're at on that. And is Raina still on the call here?
Sure.
Yes, I am. We, because we don't have students right now, we did not do our final student of the quarter for that.
Okay, no problem, no problem. I hadn't heard, and I know the question came up there, so we were asking about that.
The students need a little bit more support in being able to get to the club, whether it's virtually or however, and so without being able to provide that support, it made it difficult. But we look forward to the fall when we can do that, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Well, I do remember shedding a tear or two here in a couple of the last ones, and gosh, touched the heartstrings. It was, great, and as well as just acknowledging the students on a monthly basis, incredible. I know when I was in school, or some of the others, that wasn't the case. There were other things that a lot of us had on our minds. How about Marcia? It seems like how's your world in the court system? How are you managing that?
Well, it's glamorous, as you can imagine. I'm teasing. It's slow. We're restricted as to what kinds of hearings we're doing. We're only doing the absolutely essential stuff right now. And I'm having people wear masks if they have to come to my courtroom.
Yeah.
Hey, Richard, I got one thing. Since we need some time killers here. Freddie did a really nice job yesterday in the video announcing the 4-way test, and I think one of the winners. I can play that short. It's 31 seconds long, and we can show that.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
Okay, so here's Freddie announcing the 4-way test winners to Newport High students.
Hey, John, just real quick before you do that,
yep.
as a member or a participant on this meeting or a Zoom meeting, can we record? Do we have that user function where we can do that?
Yeah, you do. I mean, I'm recording it. I don't know if you can, but I'm recording it, so you can have it.
If you look on the bottom bar, Richard, there's a button down there that says record.
Okay, I hit that and it says ask for permission from the host.
I'm not going to give you permission. I don't trust you. How about do you want this Freddie video?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'll just send it. I'll just send it to you. It'll be cleaner.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, here it is. Here's Freddie.
Hi, I'm Freddie Saxton with the Rotary Club of Newport, and I'd like to announce our 4-way test speech contest winners. This year we had some great speeches. Our first place winner was Daisy O'Hearn with a $300 award. Second was Caden Fletcher Vogel with a $200 award. And third was Josue Valencia Sanchez with a $100 award. So great speeches and congratulations.
Excellent. Yeah, good job, Freddie. That's excellent.
So I'll send you.
Imagine that would be on the website and whatnot.
Yep. Yep.
Is there any updates on that as far as I know you?
Richard, was that O'Hearn a relation?
Yeah, I wondered about that too, Jim.
My daughter's junior in Newport High School, so some of those teachers that the students of the month mentioned, they're very familiar to me.
Congratulations to her.
Tearing it up.
Absolutely.
John, can you talk just a little bit too about our app and website and those things?
Yeah, and we've been working really hard on the website, and it's over, I think it's 28 or 29 pages now. There's a lot of information on the app, on the website. In a future program, we're going to go through what's all on it. But it's really, it's updated weekly. We're now adding videos. We're now sharing each meeting's videos. So it's really a good place. It's a one-stop shop for all of the Newport Rotary. The app is slow right now. Apple is really slow on updating things and okaying things. So we're working on the new app. We have till July on the old app, so I got a couple months. But I'm working on the new app and trying to make it decent for us.
I think you'd said that they continued the current one that we have because of the current cycle or those things, right? So we're still using the one that we've had for a couple of years.
That's right. So that was very nice of them. They're going out of the business of supporting Rotary. So anyway, at least we get 2 more months.
Excellent. And Riley, how about you? You've certainly got something to say there for us. Maybe not.
Hey, Richard, I've got something I can add on that 4-way test contest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Daisy and Caden both uploaded digital speeches to the District 5110 website. So if you get a chance, there's also students from other clubs that uploaded speeches, and they're real neat to listen to. So if you have 5 or 10 minutes, check out the district website and you can watch those speeches.
Excellent. Thanks for sharing that.
Hey, Richard, if we're killing time, I've got some baseball trivia I need to share.
Yes, let's hear it.
Okay, so there's a guy named Jack Norman, and back in 1908, he was a singer-songwriter, and he is at Tin Pan Alley, and he happened to be on the trolley going out to the polo grounds, and he saw a sign that said, "Game Today." Now, this guy had never been to a baseball game in his entire life, and by the time he finished that ride, he had written a song about baseball, and I think you all might know it. It goes something like this. Katie, oh, and by the way, famous Casey at the bat? Well, he had a daughter, and she was actually a young daughter, and she was at dating age, and she was very attractive, and her name was Katie. And so the song goes like this. Katie Casey was baseball mad, had the fever and had it bad, just to root for the hometown crew. Katie spent every cent. Then one Saturday, her young beau asked to see if she'd like to go see a show, but Miss Kate said no, but I'll tell you what you can do. You can take me out to the ball game, take me, blah, 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 blah. And there's a whole second verse that goes with that, but I just thought you guys would like to know that. And I've got other very useful trivia. You need to kill time some other time.
Anything else from the group?
And I hope Ken Riley heard that.
So Richard, this is Catherine.
Yes.
And I'd like to mention that the Oregon Coast Council for the Arts is providing art kits for the 21st century students at Sam Case. And so there are art kits every week. We've been doing this now for several weeks. They receive something that has all of the instructions and materials and so on to create a project. And then what we're working on is to get some of these pictures loaded up on Facebook. So this is a way that Oregon Coast Council for the Arts can still participate in the 21st century program. Thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah, great announcement. All right, Amy, I see your hand out. You still have something to say there? Oh, Like you had a
I
lot
was
of
just
messages.
clapping. I was doing my little reaction.
Oh, okay, okay, your emoji.
Hey, Richard,
Well,
can we help Bob, because can we discuss the fine Julie is going to incur here for not coming to our meeting?
It sounds pretty expensive.
Yes.
Yeah. Should we take a vote and decide what her fee is, so no one person is potentially at risk of having any repercussions? Do we say 50?
I just want to say on Julie's behalf that I really do think we should hear her out and find out what happened. For all we know, she's in the emergency department right now. So let's, maybe we can do a range, discuss a range. And if, she's in the emergency department, she could have the lower end of the range. And okay, I just want to make sure we give her the benefit of the doubt.
That sounds like a great proposal.
Richard, if I could interject here for a minute. Remember, what year did we give women the right to vote? I think it's time to take that away, and we'll just go ahead and set the amount.
Well, I think the floor is 50, but should we go up from there?
I don't know. That might be a little steep. But,
okay, 25.
Yeah.
I was thinking $1 per person that's in attendance.
Oh, that's a great proposal.
What, is it 30 of us?
We have 29 people in attendance.
Yeah, and we were all here to listen to Julie.
Yes.
Maybe that might work.
I like that. Well, let's go
Put it
ahead
down.
let's go ahead on the member incentive and the 50/50 if Mark had been tracking that.
Okay. Member incentive is $15 today. It'll go to $20 next week because I didn't see Greg Rodacher here attending. And then John, media incentive.
Yep, social media winner for this week is Kathy Heater.
Were there $50 in there, Mark?
Yes, we have $50. It's $25 will be going to Jeff.
Good job. Woohoo! All right, any other announcements? Well, how about let's have Diane Nelson take us out on the 5-way test.
Okay, I don't have, oh yes, I guess I do. How about this? Can you see this okay?
Hold her up a little bit more, or Freddie's got it too there.
There we go.
Freddie's got it.
Okay, the 4-way test of the things we think, say, and do. First,
is it the truth?
Is it the truth?
Second,
is it fair to all concerned?
Third,
will it build goodwill and
better friendships. Fourth,
will it
be beneficial to all
concerned. And fifth,
is it fun?
Yay.
Yay.
All right.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Weekend. Great weekend.
Thank you for letting me attend your meeting.